And good morning, and let the Monday morning ruckus begin. I am Jay Cleveland Payne, bringing you things you might have heard for the past weekend, dated for the moment, which is Monday, April 4th, 2022. In the next 15, 20 minutes, we're going to give you 7 stories from the past weekend, starting from early Friday all the way to very early this morning. That's the range we pull from, that you vetted, you and the algorithms of the internet vetted for being conversational, that may or may not be the top breaking news of the day. Now, I'm gonna spoiler alert, open up with really quick breaking news and a lot of things that are just so out there, but really did happen that a lot of people commented, "Why aren't we talking about this?" Which is exactly why they're brought up here on this Monday morning. We present to the entire J Cleveland Payne Nation, so I broadcast to 6 different channels. 3 extra J Cleveland Payne channels, if you will, to catch this thing every single weekday, Monday through Friday. Make sure you're following us on Facebook or on YouTube. The links to the Facebook and YouTube pages are inside of the rundown, and the Facebook right there, the feed. We'll explain the feed in a bit at thisistheconversationproject.com to make sure you get this every single day, Monday through Friday, with the rundown. On Monday, we'll give you 7 stories. Tuesday through Friday, just 5 stories, less of a window. So that works that way. Let's get into the stories right now. Talking about the first one, like I said, it's going to be a very, 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 not commercials yet. We're not quite there yet. So we're going to make sure we hit the right buttons and get in the right place. We check the slides, make sure things are in order, and then start the slides in the wrong spot. Bucha. Bodies strewn across street in Kyiv suburb as Ukraine accuses Russia of war crimes. CNN.com giving us this story way back on Friday, and it lasting in the top all weekend long. And now that we have more people on the ground, actually, there are more reporters. In fact, I watched CNN in the mornings to prepare for this, and Brianna Keeler is live in Lviv. And they have reporters who have seen what's going on in Kyiv. There's a whole lot of issues going on in this one. We'll probably have some updated stories, updated news clicks to get into this one going forward. But as the Russians left the city of Kyiv, the Russians are basically with Bucha, I should say, as they are withdrawing from places near Kyiv. They didn't quite make it to the capital. We're seeing mass atrocities. We're seeing people, civilians apparently, with arms tied behind their back, shot in the back of the head. We're seeing mass graves. We're seeing all sorts of just bad chaos and bedlam that's been left there in Bucha. Right now, the biggest push is to get Russia off the Human Rights Council, because obviously they ain't too good at human rights right now. We'll probably put some updates on that as that goes along, but this is something that's very real, very big, and we want to make sure this got out of the way very quickly in the news stories. If you missed out on this and you're not paying attention to what's going on in Ukraine, this is what's going on in Ukraine. Very bad things. The Russians are not doing so well in their assault, their jaunt across Ukraine, and acting very badly in the process, even making that even worse of all things. Second story this morning. Hope Solo arrested for DWI, child abuse, allegedly driving impaired with her kids in the car. And that's basically what we got going on. I'm going to read a little bit from the article we pulled from TMZ. I think this was from Friday. It may have been early Saturday, but from Friday when the incident happened. U.S. soccer legend was arrested Thursday in North Carolina for driving while intoxicated and assisting arrest. And cops say her 2 children were in the car when she was busted. The 40-year-old retired goalkeeper, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and world champion winner was taken into custody in a Walmart parking lot off Parkway Village Circle in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and was taken to Forsyth County Jail for processing. Officials tell us Solo was booked for impaired driving, DWI, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor child abuse. So obviously this is actually not the first time that she's had some issues with the law. You can go deeper in the story by going to TMZ and looking for it, or just looking for it. The mugshots over the place, which is basically what people are looking for. But Hope Solo in some serious hot water, picking up for DWI with her kids in the car, literally operating the car. We will see how this one plays out. This is definitely not going to go away.
Being together feels like home.
Anytime time.
Now make your home together
Bear
feel
with me.
uniquely you. With Wayfair's wedding registry, you'll find everything you need to.
Must be Monday. One of the stories I have underneath the read on every 10 minutes aside is going to play an ad, because it's local news, making money. Got to make the bills. Got to make the money. Got to make things. A quick reminder: go to thisistheconversationproject.com/partnerships, because we got to make the money, got to make the bills. See if there's a way that you can partner up with us to keep this thing going right here. Number 3 story, I should say. Tesla Cybertruck production canceled, quote, in the best interest of Tesla. unquote. Cardglancer.com is where we got this particular link, but we saw it in a few different places. We went for a deeper story, if you will, more less of a TMZ like thing, and it's basically what it is: the Cybertruck, the extremely ugly electric truck that was tested and shown off by Elon Musk probably 2 years ago. It's not coming to pass. It's not going to happen. Just done. Tesla is killing production because it's just not working out very well. And very soon, people who have applied for whatever it was to get to basically reserve one, it might have been $1 million, for all I can tell, your refunds will come. So if you said you were getting a Cybertruck and you have a refund out there, it's coming. So if you want to tell folks you were getting one and got a refund and fun show fake refund check, then by all means do that. But the Cybertruck is not happening. This is not a blow for electric vehicles or electric trucks. This is a blow for the Tesla Cybertruck itself. Check out more details online, or check out the link inside the rundown to go directly to the better story, the best story found on this one. This story: 5 frozen fetuses found at the home of anti-abortion activists in Washington, D.C. WUSA9.com gave us this one. They also given us all this background noise where they keep firing out commercials in the background. The quick blabber: this is progressive anti-abortion uprising, where Laura Handy serves as director of activism, says it plans to hold a press conference about the incident next week. What exactly happened was the police discovered 5 fetuses in the home of an anti-abortion activist in the Capitol Hill Wednesday. 400 block of 6th Street means nothing to most of us, but there were literally 5 fetuses in the freezer of an anti-abortion activist. A home occupied by Lauren Hardy. So we will see more about that when they discuss that. I didn't get an update on this one, and that's part of the reason why we're actually doing this story. And normally, this is one that's even a little weirder than for me, when there's no real backstory. But it really takes a little bit of a national sort of explanation to kind of get the gist of what's going on. There was no national explanation. In fact, many comments I received when I posted this was, why aren't people talking about this? And these are from people on literally both sides of the issue. Yes, there are a lot of people who are anti-abortion, or I should say pro-abortion, who are fussing about this anti-abortion person with this weird thing in her freezer. But they're anti-abortion people saying, hey, this is kind of weird. We need to know what's going on with the people who are leading the movement. Both sides in this one actually were pretty adamant in wanting this to be known. Whether you're going to keep up with this, probably not. A way bit more graphic than we normally get in the mornings. And we led off with mass graves in Ukraine. So this one even more kind of graphic. I'm not going into the politics in this one. I'm not going into any sort of biology of this one. Not going into anything like that. This is an issue of something that may not have been pushed under the rug, but this is an example of why the Conversation Project exists, because there are stories like this out there that are pretty big stories, or can be pretty big stories, but no one actually knows about them because Russia. That is kind of the truth on that one. All LSU scholarship basketball players have left the program. BroBible.com gives this one. This one, it needs a bit of context. Of course, LSU fired their basketball coach after a not so great run in the NCAA tournament and a not so great run in the past couple of seasons, but they made the tournament, so that's a plus there. What is happening in basketball? There are 2 things. We're not going to talk about the NILs. We're not going to talk about the sponsorships that are out there. That's one thing out there that's really more of an anecdote, more comic relief as anything. The basketball portal, which was created so that basketball players can literally leave their programs. They're not locked into a school when their coach leaves or something happens, allows for a lot of movement in basketball between seasons. So far, the portal being in stage for just a few seasons, there are players who have moved from 3 different teams, not through the normal JUCO route either, because of the portal. They're allowed to move at a certain point. And a lot of people who are staying past graduation, 5th-year seniors, who aren't trying to jump in their second year to the NBA because they can get more out of their basketball career because of the portal. LSU, all the players, literally every single player, all the roster, not just starters, not just bench warmers that are angry. They literally have to start from scratch with a brand new team this upcoming season, because all the players have, at least at the moment, are in the portal for transfer. Whether they go someplace or not, we shall see. But at this moment, there's panic in the athletic department at LSU because they ain't got nobody to play basketball coming up the next season. Will Smith resigns from the Academy after Chris Rock slap. TMZ.com with that source on that one. And maybe we won't have Will Smith to smack around anymore, pun intended, because He's leaving the academy. He's decided to renew or renege his membership in the academy and just not deal with it going on. What this means going forward, still don't know. Does he keep the statue he has right now? Does he keep any honors going forward? Can he be nominated for future movies? Probably, but we don't know exactly. We do know that means Will Smith is no longer a voting member of the academy, so he has very little say on what can get in there. He's not going to get all those free DVDs anymore. But because of the actions that happened and the aftermath of the actions, Will Smith is deciding to take a chill from the academy as opposed to wait for the academy to, discipline him on its own. They may still discipline him as just a body member of the acting community, but as a member of the academy, no, 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 no. And finally, House approves bill legalizing marijuana, thehill.com with that one. And this is just literally one hurdle to get over. For now, the Senate has to legalize a bill, which looks a lot like this one, maybe not, that's going to legalize marijuana nationally. And then they have to come together and ratify a complete bill that is more or less complete on both sides, put it on President Biden's desk, and Biden's going to sign. Biden's ready to probably smoke it right now, to be honest. The way his year is going so far, he probably wants this thing legal so he can light one up in the Oval Office and say do something about it. Although he probably could do that anyway. So we're basically a third away of making this thing happen. The House has approved the bill to legalize marijuana nationally. Now, go to your websites, do your research, and see what that actually means. Because in some cases, it's good for some people, not so great for others. The real people it sort of hurts if you want to go that route is the guys who are growing it in their backyard and dealing it in the illegal fashion right now, as legalizing means regulations and taxes and stuff like that. But legalized marijuana across the nation, one step closer to being real, whether that's something you're for or not. I'm not going to put my opinion in this one right now. It's happening, folks. It's happening. Now, commercials. Yay, commercials. Now, commercials. Let's talk about Zenni Optical right now. This is the project.com/Zenni is the source for a great deal from glasses from Zenni Optical. What you get from there, they're opticals. They're opticals. Yes, they're glasses. There are frames that start as low as $6.99. Yes, they're cheap frames, but there's also expensive, nice, pretty, fancy designer frames there as much as you want to pay. They also have great lenses, which are not really thick, not cheap plastic. They'll take care of that going forward. In most cases, the lenses are free, basically, once you buy your actual frames. And you can add any sort of technology you want to. These right here have a slight tint to them to sort of help with the glare, which it's helping me at least. And you may still see the glare in the glasses, but they have some tints. They have some anti-glare glasses. They have the blue blockers. They have the transitions that go all black if you want to. They have goggles for sports. They have sunglasses, just regular sunglasses. They have everything you're looking for in eyewear at a great price. If you have an HSA, they'll take your money there as well. And like I said, the biggest thing about Zenni Optical is it won't break your bank. I get extremely low cost lenses because I like these lenses. I bought these same lenses for 3 years going, maybe even deeper than that. And I've just upgraded I just got brand new lenses and brand new lenses in the frames and upgraded the technology with things going on. You can get out too. They'll send you your glasses. If you don't like them, send them back. Just like that. This is conversationproject.com/Zenni is the source for this great deal and great deals from Zenni. Now, this is an affiliate link, so we get a little bit back from what you send to them, but you're not going to notice any difference in cost. And the most important thing is you're going to love your brand new glasses. And we're going to shut down USA because they're trying to get into my game, trying to sell some stuff. Yeah. This is my show, my commercials. So this is a teaser story coming up that we may talk about if you choose to, and this is we'll talk about how the feeds work in a moment. Taliban banned poppy cultivation in Afghanistan in drug crackdown. Two sort of big things about this story. Number one, Taliban wants to remind folks, we're still here. We're still doing things. We're in Afghanistan. Yeah, that's all going on. And two, this may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing for what's going on. The number one export in Afghanistan for years running, essentially, is drugs. So that's a good thing for maybe less drugs in the street, but it also may be just Taliban just sort of cracking down in on the market, not so much doing it for the betterment of their people or the betterment of the world, just sort of making sure that supply and demand works out well, because supply and demand is what they go for. Remember, the Taliban is the people who basically sell these drugs to people. So them cracking down because they're saying too many folks are on drugs is a bit hypocritical, and if not hypocritical, a little bit silly, to be totally honest on that end. So let's talk about these here feeds that we're discussing. The feeds in question are hosted basically at our website. Go to thisistheconversationproject.com. Check out the links for partnerships. Check out the links for sponsors. Check out the links for what we're doing behind the scenes and why the Conversation Project exists, and some of its past gallivanting exploits, some things we've done, projects in the past. Some of them we're trying to turn into more modern things to keep doing, because some of them are fun, just really time consuming. Also, partnerships and sponsors helps make those things happen. So if you want to see a sponsor, it costs you nothing extra. You want to be a partner, check it out. We'd love to have you a part of us at Buy Me a Coffee or one of the other partnerships there. Our feeds are on Facebook and Twitter. th_conversation on Twitter, and This is the Conversation Project on Facebook. Follow us there, because every 50 minutes we post a brand new news story. That story about the poppies in Afghanistan is posting more or less right now. And so if you see this stories out there, engage with them. Also, the algorithms will send it to people as well. The more engagement a story gets, they get more likes, loves, hates, and shares, the higher score it gets. Monday mornings, we pull from Friday to Monday. So we pull from the top 30 stories and pick 7 stories to present, which we already presented to you. On Tuesday through Friday, we're going to only pick top 15 stories. There's a third of the number of stories posted in a day as opposed to 3 days. That's math for you. So we're going to pick from top 15 stories, only present out 5 stories there. And we do all that stuff. You can also find us on YouTube at thisisconversationproject.com/YouTube, to link to our real YouTube page. Not enough subscribers to have a name. Sorry about that. But you check out on YouTube and you can follow us and get this every single day, Monday through Friday, and not just if you're watching on the J. Cleveland Payne YouTube page, which only comes out on Monday for here. A few more things you might not know. Birthdays for today. Graham Norton, who is 59 years old. He is the face that pops up in all. I'm rewatching like all the Star Trek shows on BBC, and so because of that, he gets a lot of promotion. What's going on? So I see Graham Norton in his show and like all the celebrities and things going on. Never seen the show. Have no idea what's going on. Just a bunch of celebrities. They're probably doing the Mike Douglas style and getting drunk. Would probably smoke cigarettes if they could still these days as well. Robert Downey Jr., 57 years old, saved by Iron Man, and now we're waiting to see what his next big real deal is going to be. And Eric Andre, who is up and coming. Didn't realize he was 39 years old. Eric Andre, a great comedian, like up and coming. He's doing a lot of stuff with the Impractical Jokers now, and he's got some other gigs that you'll see out there. He was in Jackass Forever as well, doing his thing. Congratulations to him for hitting 39, one more away from the Dirty 40. Yeah, the 40 Club, let's call it that. Today is also National Hug a Newsperson Day, formerly National Hug a Newsman Day, but news women need love too, so it's Newsperson. And because I'm a news person, I'm just telling you that I will today accept hugs. Today only. And you must, approach from the front, have 3 paces away where you present the hug. It must be mutually consented. Yes, but today I will take in your hugs. Oh, by the way, don't just hug the news people randomly on the streets. That one is really weird. One last thing you might not have known. Here's something. Education research says that the subject kids had the most trouble with while attending school from home back in 2021, probably still now as well as they wrap things up, is mathematics. Mathematics is apparently hard to do in Zoom school. Today, as I record this, is still Monday, April 4th, 2022. This has been things you might have heard for the last 3 days, well, or if you will, but for Monday today, I'm still J. Cleveland Payne. That doesn't change. Check us out tomorrow as we'll give you more stories going forward. Already posting stories out there. As we said, follow us on our feeds at This is the Conversation Project on Facebook and th_conversation on Twitter. And you can find details on how to make sure you get this 7 day or 5 days a week if you're only here on the J. Cleveland Payne pages. Otherwise, we will see you here tomorrow for more news. Sorry for the late start. It was a very tiring, very long weekend, and I was a little worried that we'd get it done, but we got it done. Lord willing, creek don't rise. Big ups to my man, my mentor, my good friend Vernon Wells out there doing his news gathering as he prepares his newscast for his radio station here locally. And folks, anybody else, if you've watched this thing, whether in live as a pop in or in the future, drop your name, let us know what's going on, and we will give you shout outs as they go. With that, stay limber, stay hydrated, stay on task. We need you here to do the great things you are here to do. I am Jay Cleveland Payne. We're going to do this thing again. Yes, we are going to do this thing again tomorrow.